Hello my friends, time for another video, again about the Garmin Montana 700 series. I have already recorded a few videos, this one might be the last one. Today it's not about the GPS itself, but how do I mount this GPS unit and the other GPSs I have on my motorcycles. And here's already the problem. I have currently two bikes in use and also like to use the GPS devices in the car, so I need a very universal solution that works for everything. I'm using the standard Garmin mounts without any additional Touratech or whatever stuff. I found these quite sufficient even for off-road riding. I don't really need this extra clamping stuff, and I'm always taking my GPS with me when I'm leaving the bike, so there's no need to lock it either. So the Garmin, the GPSs I'm using are the Garmin 600 Montana 600, which is the oldest one. Then some years ago I bought a 276, that's the way you need to hold it, 276CX. These two use the same mount. And then what you've just seen already, the 700i, which I bought last year, which uses a different mount. So the mount for the Montana 600 and the 276 is this quite simple thing here that has electric connectors to supply 12 volt in. So I've just mounted a Super Seal connector on these red and black wires here, and I switched a 12 volt from the motorcycle. I once had a GPS mounted on a permanent 12 volt, forgot it overnight, and that actually drained out the battery sufficiently for not being able to start the bike next morning. So I definitely want a switched 12 volt source. That is very simple with KTM, because all the KTM bikes I had are prepared for that, where you have a switched, ignition switched, and an unswitched permanent 12 volt outlet both in the front and in the rear of the bike. Quite nice, thank you KTM. Ducati doesn't think that's necessary. Okay, maybe they think nobody's taking a Scrambler 800 that far that we need a GPS device. So that one doesn't have any accessory outlet possibilities. So I didn't want to cut the main cable harness on the bike, so I just spliced up the 12 volt going into the USB connector that is under the seat. And by the way, why is the USB under the seat? Should I put my mobile phone down there for charging? That's also strange. But anyway, that was a short extra accessory piece of cable, so I cut that one through and made basically a Y, and from that one I'm taking a cable to the front of the bike, and I have the corresponding Super Seal connector on that one, so I can plug in my GPS mounts. So this one is a very simple one, as I said. You most likely know it already. You just put it on the contact side first and press it a little bit in here on the buttons here, and the button here. There's also a safety screw, and this will hold the GPS very reliably. I almost dropped it once, but probably I hadn't pressed it enough. For safety, I'm always having a lanyard on the GPS, which I put around handlebar or something, mirror or whatever, so that I really cannot drop it. So that is the simple one. For the Montana 700 you get quite a bit more piece of the kit, because what you get is the cradle itself, again with charging and communication connectors, and it takes in 10 to 30 volt DC, so that means you need to have a voltage converter. That's the little thing here. So normally there's the cradle as a piece of cable, and there's the voltage converter and two cables coming out of that. The one for the voltage and one for communication. One guy in the ADV Rider forum had the great idea to mount these two things together on a little base plate, and I copied that idea. So I just used a 0.5mm aluminium sheet, cut it to the right size, and fixed the voltage converter with two cable ties on it. The cable itself between the converter and the cradle is just wound up on the back. Yeah, you can cut it through if you're sure you never want to change anything about that. Cut it through, solder it together, put some shrink tube around it. Makes it a bit nicer, of course. I'm too lazy to that. I just wound it up here. And also the second cable coming out here, the communication cable, is wound up here. But actually that one I cut off about 10 centimeters after coming out here to have something to work with in case I need it. But I'm quite sure I never used. Now, of course, with 3 vehicles, the 2 motorcycles and the car, I want to have some flexibility where I use it, where I use my GPSs. The next problem is also that I like to have the Montana unit. I think I have a screw bite actually. I need to find the screwdriver. That is bad if that happens out in the field. I like to have my Montanas in the portrait orientation, because then if you have the Nuvi view, you will get some information here, information field on the bottom and another one on the top, and what that leaves you with for the map is almost a square. If you put it like that, you will have the information field on the bottom and on the top, and that takes quite a bit of the accessible area, and then you have only this slim strip of map in the middle, which doesn't make sense, so like that. However, the 276 always needs to be mounted in landscape orientation, so I need to have a possibility to turn the mount 90 degrees. So with that requirement to be able to turn also the one mount for the Montana, the best way, of course, is the best mounting possibility is the RAM mount system, which you know is a system, very universal system with a wide spectrum of different sized balls and linkage arms. This is the shortest one, and I'm using the C size ball, which is I think 1 inch, simply because I noticed that when I mounted the 500 gram heavy 276CX on a smaller ball size, it slowly was creeping down. Okay, you can tighten the screw here on the arm a bit even more, but that squeezes and damages the balls, so I didn't want to do that, and for that reason I have changed everything to a larger ball size. So let's go down and check out how I mounted the ball on the motorcycles actually. So this is how it looks now on the really nice, to show you the bike first, my Ducati Scrambler 800 Icon that I bought in January actually and took home last weekend. So here on the handlebar, these 4 screws that are clamping the handlebar, these are in my opinion the most stable points. So here I have a little homemade adapter plate, and on that I have mounted a C-ball RAM mount. You need to have some distances in there, some bushings, or how do you call it in English, I think, to lift that a little bit up. And of course, compared to the original screws, which are just that long, you need longer screws in there. You need to find the right size, right length for that. And on top of that, as I said, just the ball. And then with the, in that case, short arm, I can mount the GPS flexible, both in the angle, how I want it. So if I get on the bike, actually, I have a very nice view of what is ahead me and the GPS. The cable then, as I said, the electricity comes from a switched 12 volt outlet. I have just put the cable in here. It's not yet connected because I'm still waiting for the order for the corresponding Super Seal connector. So that's how it looks on the motorcycle, and I think this is the most stable way. You see, oh yeah, also the lanyard, as I said, I'm putting that normally here on something like the mirror, just to have an additional safety in case something should happen with this clamping and it would jump out here, so that I'm not losing the GPS. Because you can be sure if you drop it, then there's a truck or a bus behind you and probably drives over that. And I have a similar setup on the KTM 790, where I have a ball also mounted on 2 of these handlebar clamping screws. I'm not sure if there's any other attachment for that ball that goes directly on the handlebar. You can get that for the smaller B-size ball, but or for the smaller C-size ball, but not for that size ball as far as I know. So just to avoid some confusion, here a comparison of the sizes of these RAM mounts, RAM balls. The A size for sure is too small for a heavy GPS. The B size is what you are most likely used to. The C size, 1.5 inch diameter, that's what I'm using here. I think I said something about 1 inch, but in fact it's 1.5 for the C size. Just to avoid some confusion. So for using the GPS in the car, I have the suction cup here, so just connecting the mount to it, whichever fits, either the little one for the 276 and the Montana 600, or that one for the Montana 700. And I have made this cable with a cigarette lighter on the one end, cigarette lighter contact on the one end, and a super seal on the other one. Goes in there, goes into the cigarette lighter down there. And here's the GPS. And this is very stable, and I have it in full view. In my opinion, all the currently interesting motorcycles, adventure motorcycles, have two weak mounting points for mounting a heavy 500 gram GPS. Look at the KTM 790 with its completely plastic front mask and these tiny two screws that should hold a GPS just above the LLTFT display. I think that is too weak. Same applies for the Africa Twin, even that it has a metal frame for the windscreen with a crossbar that is intended to mount a GPS. That one is vibrating heavily or can even break. That has happened, there are documented cases. Needs some reinforcement. And for sure the composite plastic windscreen frame of the Tenere 700 doesn't really look that trustworthy for such a heavy GPS either. So I think these four screws for the handlebar are the best mounting point with a ram mount system. And actually, I'm not getting sponsored by Ram Mount, just wanted to point that out. Nothing for free for me. So, have a safe riding season 2021, stay away from COVID-19, and see you maybe in another video. Comment down there if you like what I said. Tell me also if I say crap, I hope I don't. And have a good time. Okay, bye bye.